Okay, where we stand today, ladies and gentlemen, we're standing on the actual spot in the road where that horrendous tragedy happened on the 31st of July, 1975. I'll introduce you now to one of the survivors. He's had a tough weekend. He's been busy doing interviews. He did Parnell Square in Dublin yesterday. And ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for my good friend, Mr. Des Lee.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It's lovely to see so many people coming to honour Fran, Bran and Tony. On this very spot on the 31st of July 1975, 3 young musicians from the Miami Showband were cut down in the prime of their lives. Fran O'Toole, Brian McCoy and Tony Gurley. They were more than friends to me, they were my brothers. Today is not a day for living in the past. We must move to the future with peace and reconciliation. Yesterday in Dublin, at the monument in Parnell Square, on the 40th anniversary, it was a glorious day. There was a magnificent crowd, a day of song with the Dublin Gospel Choir, a day of prayer, a day to let the world know what these young men give to the music industry. They, along with myself and Steve, travelled all over Ireland and the world, entertaining people of all colour and creed. On the night of the 31st of July 1975, we were playing in the Castle Ballroom in Banbridge, not far from here. It was a night of dancing, smiling and laughter. We all felt great about that period. During that awful period in Northern Ireland, that we were able to give 2 hours of fun to get away from the awful time. After the show, we would do what we always did. Chat to the fans, sign autographs, relax with a cup of tea and have headed off to Dublin. On the night of the 31st of July 1975, we left the Castle Ballroom around 1:30 a.m. and we stopped at this very spot. Everything seemed to be normal as we'd been used to several checkpoints as we travelled up and down Ireland. We were told to face the ditch right behind me. We had all the usual questions, name, address, etc. And I asked if I could take my saxophone out of the van, placed it on the road, and instead of going to where I was in the original lineup, I went next to the minibus. That saved my life. There was an explosion, loud gunfire, screaming, shouting, and I was blown with the impact of the bomb being placed in the van, blew me into the ditch. I lay face down, holding my breath and pretending to be dead. The explosion caused the ditch to catch fire, and as the fire got closer and closer to me, I realized I would have to run or I'd be burnt alive. I called out the names of Fran, Brian and Tony. I got no response. I called Steve and he was moaning, and I told Steve I was going to get help. I climbed the embankment and a young couple stopped and took me to Newry police station where I raised the alarm. I would love to meet the young couple to thank them for saving my life. 40 years on, we now have the monument in Parnell Square in Dublin, and on the 4th of July 2015 we had the bridge in Bray renamed Fran O'Toole Bridge. And a blue plaque has been placed outside his house. He was born in Bray. Myself and Steve will carry on the fight to have a monument in Northern Ireland. I would sincerely like to thank all the press, radio, BBC TV, UTV, Robin Elliott, Michelle McTiernan, Jay, for all their hard work in keeping the names of Fran O'Toole, Brian McCoy and Tony Gurley alive, never to be forgotten. I'd like to thank my sister Mary and my brother-in-law Dan for all their help down the years. Michael Flanagan And my special thanks to the PSNI in Newry and to the club right behind me here who have offered us their facilities today. I'd also like to say a special, it's just so pitiful for me today that my late wife Brenda can't be here with me. And of course, not forgetting our drummer who's here today, Mr. Ray Miller. And I'd also like to talk about our late friends in Miami, no longer with us, Paul Iceford and Clem Quinn. Thank you very much, and God bless you all. Thank you.